Aries, thank you for tuning in to Perfectly Imperfect Tarot. This is Green Eyes, here to give you your reading. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Martians, astronauts. Pick a node, doesn't matter to me. I love you all, okay? Cross watchers, I am a snitch. I'm telling you now. Please don't curse me in the comments. Love you too. Aries, this is a judgment-free zone, but you will hear the truth. If you found the message or the message found you, there may be something in here for you or a seed to be planted for tomorrow. There is no gender here. You're going to hear me use the terms he, she, her, him, they, them, it, heifer, pay that, no, mine. This is all energy. Remember, roles can always be reversed. Aries, I thank you. I pulled an oracle for you from the dreams of Gaia. You actually have quite a bit here. Integrity, 10 of water, 4 of water. Water being Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I'm going to try to call the signs, guys. Please don't get caught up on that, okay? Anybody has the ability to embody any energy at any time. The integrity is major arcana for this deck. It speaks about standards, character, confidence, wisdom, worth. I'm gonna come back to this. There's a lot going on here. It's almost as if, to be honest, that's it, actually, to be honest. Integrity talks about honesty. I really want to come back to that. Let's just do it. It talks about honesty. It talks about honorable, okay? It talks about morals, values, knowing, right, wrong, indifferent, okay? The basis, the core, the anchor, things like that, okay? With this 10 of water, we're talking about not just emotional fulfillment from the world, but from you for yourself. She is self-loving like a mug, okay? Now, with this 4 of water, traditionally, it would be discontent, not being satisfied, not being impressed, things like that. For this deck, though, it's recognition of self, realization of self, acceptance of self. He sees the scars of life and embraces them. He's been through some things, even probably some intuitive blockages, but God still provided a third eye, even though his was covered, because God is going to not leave you blind, period. What I think that this energy is saying here, and intuition at the bottom of the deck, number one, there is a spiritual growth. There is a maturity of what is important for you, what your part is, period, and acceptance of it, to be honest. I think that you know that you stand strong independently with that 9 of Earth. There's really heightened intuition here. I'm not gonna lie. Queen of Pentacles, you know your security, your value. There you go with that Ace of Fire, boomstick energy. I love this, but I think that in the background that you have a thought. It's like you're loving yourself, you're doing what you need to do, you're standing strong, going through this transition, going through this realization, but there's one little thought, okay? It's in the back of your mind. It kind of keeps creeping up, and I think it's about exploring uncharted territory for you. Possibly something that has to do with your past, with that 10 of air, but it changed your life, okay, with this death energy. It made you really, I want to say, protect yourself. That's how I want to say that. I want to say closed in, but it just doesn't make sense to me, but I said it anyway. But it's kind of like this event that you're considering revisiting, or that's revisiting you. It's making you remember how this happened, when it started. That's what I want to say, when it started. And I think that now will allow you to work on that with your whole heart, with confidence, with your back straight and your shoulders up and chest out and all those things. Realizing that you still are magnificent as you've always been, and you're able to bear what you need to bear. You're able to carry what you need to carry. You realize that you may have a situation that you feel is locked down to you, but you still have the key. So you can unlock yourself at any time. And that kind of changes things. It gives you a new balance. I want to say it like that, as opposed to being stricken. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that at any given time you can change your circumstances, that's freedom. All right. I think that some of you are moving into an area of a higher level of education. I'm seeing counseling. I'm seeing legal advice on something. Overall, I think that your intent is, this legal advice might be to protect a family member. You might be considering a will, changing beneficiaries, I don't know, something like that, okay? Overall, I think that your intention is to move forward. I think you're viewed as somebody moving forward. I do see here that people are congratulating you and celebrating you and supporting you in your journey, but there is something that is lingering. I want to say it like that. There's an emotional tie that's lingering, almost as if like you would feel better if they just apologized. Not that you won't be okay without it, but it would be nice. You know, it would be nice. Or this is how you feel maybe you should do to somebody. Be open and honest with an apology. Either way, whoever that person is, be it you or them, they're very torn on whether or not to pursue that communication, and whether or not it's going to be accepted. Okay, it's like one side, maybe you're, you know, it's the right thing to do, you know, or they know it's the right thing to do, but, you know, on the other side, there's this battle. There it is. Okay, there is this conflict. All right, let's get out of this, because you know I can go through this whole damn deck. Let's put some tarot down. I'm using Secret for you today. Center energy, please, for Aries. Hello. And we have an Empress, Libra, Taurian energy. I love this, Aries. Aries, this feels so good. Aries, the Empress is the embodiment of all four queens. She's the total package. Extremely abundant, highly intuitive, gentle, loving, nurturing. She's very confident, and it's not like something that she has to announce. All she has to do is walk in the room and everyone knows. You know what I'm saying? So I love this energy for you. Crown the energy, please, for Aries. And we have a 10 of Cups, emotional bliss. Aries, what is going on in your life? But happiness, joy, fulfillment, everything is crowning you right now. You're feeling good, looking good, smelling good, and you're thinking of greater and better and more and abundance. Like, yes, this is how you live your life, baby. What's undermining Aries right now? Shoot, the High Priestess, Piscean energy. You had an issue with a Pisces energy for some time now, actually, come to think of it. The High Priestess is all-knowing energy. It's a knowing and not saying. you know? And if this energy is here undermining the Empress, I don't think it's a blockage of the abilities. It's more so a need to speak up. The High Priestess doesn't talk. And if she's undermining your energy, it's because you're not talking, okay? What's in the past? Death, Scorpion energy, a complete transition, a death and rebirth, a cycle closed, boom, right into your new beginning. And it's looking fabulous as of right now. Future energy, Five of Swords. Ow. So we do have some unresolved issues, Four of Pentacles, that somebody is holding on to. Yeah. I want to clarify this Four of Swords. I mean, this Five of Swords, just to get some more detail. We don't have to do the whole thing. And then I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. But I just want a little more on that, because the Five of Swords talks about games, tit for tat, arguments, who's better, who's going to win, things like that, okay? And it looks like it's somebody holding on to a past grudge with this Four of Pentacles. Tell me about the Five of Swords. Oh, shoot. We didn't have to do it like that. Nine of Swords, Six of Cups, Page of Cups. This is that apology I was talking about earlier on this deck. It's like somebody is stressed out about what's the point. You know what I'm saying? But they know it's the right thing to do. That's how I feel. What would be the point of me saying I'm sorry if it's not going to change anything? But and then they have a separate argument with themselves saying, I should apologize. I should say something. I should at least give up the whole story. I should at least admit, you know, that this is my, I don't know, divine counterpart, that we did belong together at one time, that if we were together, we would have been in perfect balance, things like that. We could have went forward into greatness, things like that. That's what this apology would be about, or this discussion would be about, this emotional exchange. But there's some stress about it as to whether or not, like, to what end, what would be the point. That's the thing that this person is dealing with, this energy is representing. It's representing the conflict of someone saying, if I'm not going to get what I want, then what's the point of me putting myself out there? You know what I'm saying? And that's where this is going into. All right. So Aries, it looks like it's either up to you or it's up to this individual if they're going to have this conversation with you. But right now they're holding back from doing so, and really trying to decide. Look at the Two of Swords. They're torn on whether or not they want to actually follow through with this, because they don't know what's going to come out of it. Six of Pentacles, just the way it came with the Six of Cups, you know, or they're asking for some divine assistance and guidance on how to make this thing work. There you go, baby, standing strong, looking beautiful. This is a truly, for you, if this is a love reading, a divine connection. We have the Emperor and the Empress on the board here, and then right behind the Emperor is Justice. You know, this, you know, Justice represents Libra, but it represents fairness, balance, truth, equality, ownership, accountability, things like that. It also speaks about karma. Make no mistake about it. So if this individual is really bothered by not being completely honest or open with their communication or whatever, they might just come to you and say, look, Aries, this is what happened. This is the truth. And this is, you know, how we got to where we are on my end. Okay, this is my truth, my part in this situation. Okay, they might come to you and say that, and if they do say that, at that point, it's up to you of whether or not you want to accept their apology. But it seems like they're coming. I ain't gonna lie. After they fight back and forth with themselves, it seems like they're gonna really do this for you, because it's something that they need to do to kind of just, this is the last thing to wipe the slate clean, if that makes sense. Aries, it seems that you're going to be met with some type of, not resistance, but I don't want to say aggression either. Give me a second. it might not be a warm welcoming, this conversation. The King of Swords can be extremely cold with his communication. Even though he speaks his truth, the truth, and nothing but. And he is extremely intelligent. Make no mistake about it. So he'll see through this person's, this energy will see through this person's maybe games or deceit, or if they trying to, you know, sugarcoat or just like check your temperature, just call you and say, hey, Aries, how you doing? Knowing damn well you mad. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. The King of Swords will check all of that, all right? Because at this point, the King of Swords feels like this might be just an unsalvageable situation. That's how this seems. And they're extremely defensive of their energy, their time, their mind, everything that they've worked so hard for. But somebody really wants to communicate with you, and they want to be open, honest, and very truthful and clear about this communication. They just so damn slow. I mean, you know, this is my turtle with hemorrhoids. We talking, you know? Overall, there is stability for you. I like that. Security for you. I like that. There is some pain. I think that you're going to handle that because you're going to really realize that it's not worth carrying and how much weight it has hold. You know, it's almost as if you really accept what you've held on to and realize what people have held on to regarding you, if that makes sense. Okay, these realizations and maturity and growth and wisdom really talks about that integrity that we spoke about earlier, to allow you to now properly and healthy love yourself in a healthy way, regardless of your scars, you know. And this helps things start, you'll start to see the bliss and more opportunities and more abundance turning in your favor. And you'll also see some, honestly, some, what you call them, dishing out. What do you call it? Yeah, that's how I want to say that. Some karma being dished out on your behalf for who wronged you. Okay? Either way, there is a new beginning on the horizon. I'm going to leave that there. Aries, this feels really good. I enjoyed your energy. I hope it helps, okay? If any event it doesn't, it's okay. Check out your moon and rising. Please don't take this energy with you. Leave it here for somebody else, okay? I'd appreciate a thumbs up, guys. Make sure you subscribe so that you're notified of future readings. And remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.